Singer of the AC/DC tribute band TNT. Hey, Brian, how are you?
Great.
You have a lot of fans in this valley.
Apparently so.
You do. You do. We were talking about, everyone's talking about Axl Rose subbing for Brian Johnson in AC/DC. It's something that's kind of about a lot of people are not happy about it. They think Axl is Guns N' Roses. They think he's a douchebag, whatever they think about him. A lot of people aren't happy. So we were just going back and forth on Facebook. And I believe it was Marlene that said you should check out Brian. And then it kind of just evolved from there. I read on the air that the AC/DC was auditioning singers from tribute bands. And then it was this whole onslaught. So here you are. So welcome. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So give me some history about you. Have you always been singing, in AC/DC cover bands? What's your history as a singer, as a musician?
Well, I started playing in bands professionally and singing as soon as I was 18 years old.
Right.
And back east in New England, I was in a touring band back there. And then, just all my life. And so a few years ago, I was in a band based out of Ventura called Full Blast. And we did some AC/DC songs. We were, a variety of music.
Sure.
So, and people made a big deal out of it to me, and I was up here just partying one night doing karaoke, and Chris Cato, my drummer, happened to see me rather.
Right.
See me, and wanted to start an AC/DC tribute band, and that's how it came about.
Had you ever thought about that before, fronting an AC/DC tribute band, or was that the first time it ever occurred to you to do that?
No, I had been thinking about it. It's just, it didn't come around until then. So it was something I was definitely rolling around in my head.
I don't even know how to put this. Do you feel some kind of sense of responsibility to keep it true to the band, or do you guys interpret the songs yourself? Or, how does that kind of work? Do you guys work up a song and then go, we're going to do it this way rather than how AC/DC does it?
Not too much. We try to stick pretty close to the original material. Sometimes we listen to the live versions because some of the live versions are really cool too. But we're thinking about the fans. We're thinking about the people that come to see an AC/DC tribute band. They want to hear AC/DC, and they want to feel like they're hearing an AC/DC concert. So that's pretty much the direction we go with it.
Well, I checked out some videos on YouTube, and I love it that you guys dress. You look like Brian Johnson when, from the camera angle. I don't know where it was. I don't know what where you guys were playing, but I was like, wow. You have the hat on, you have the sleeveless shirt, the guitar player has the schoolboy. It's pretty cool. And you guys sound amazingly like AC/DC, and I don't say that lightly. I think that you pretty much nail Brian Johnson, and I'm going to play a clip here. Was this Shoot the Thrill that we were playing just now? I think it is. So let me play this, and then I want to talk about Bon Scott, because these guys do something really amazing as an AC/DC tribute band. So here's a clip of Shoot the Thrill. Do you know where this was? What gig was this?
This was last Friday night at Big Shots.
Big Shots.
Yeah,
all right.
In Lancaster.
So here is TNT, the AC/DC tribute band, just a clip of Shoot the Thrill. Amazes me, and this amazes me about Brian Johnson too. His voice is so deep, and then he sings in that higher register. What does that do to your throat? at the end of the night. Can you talk the next day? Is there any talking? Is there?
Well, it's a falsetto voice. It's not the voice I speak in. It's
Right.
It's the higher.
But it's got to roach your throat.
It is rough. I mean,
Right.
it's rough, and there are times when it takes a couple days for me to recuperate from it. But I use some special herbal throat sprays and things like that, and I did 2 shows last weekend, and here I am talking now, and my voice is still here. So
well, we talked about Bon Scott, and I've seen some AC/DC tribute bands, and I said to Brian here, how do you interpret Brian Johnson interpreting Bon Scott? And you said,
I don't.
and I said, wow, what do you mean you don't? You do the Bon Scott, you sing like Bon Scott.
Yeah.
How do you do that? How do you do both? I don't, you just do it?
It's like, I guess it's like character acting.
Wow.
It's a different voice, it's a different character, it's a different personality. But, I love the songs. And, so I feel it, and that's how I do it. It's you can't really describe it. It's just there.
Is there another AC/DC tribute band that actually has a singer that does both voices?
Not that I've seen.
Right.
I mean, I've been looking around. Most of them either do one or the other. I haven't really seen one that does both.
Let's play a clip of TNT. Hear you sing like Bon Scott. Here we go. So tell me what you guys have coming up, Brian. I know you guys have some big gigs coming up, TNT does. Tell me where you guys are going to be playing.
Well, Friday night we're playing at Huntington Beach at a place called Fitzgerald's.
Okay.
And then coming up in May 13th, we're going to be back locally at the Britisher. Then on the 21st, we're going to be playing the all-day music festival at Antelope Valley Harley-Davidson called Neil Stock.
Okay.
And then in June, a really big show, Thunder on the Lot.
Thunder. All right, you guys are headlining Sunday, is that right?
We're not headlining,
Right.
but we are playing on the bike show stage, which
Okay.
is the big stage, which I'm very excited about.
That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Well, listen, I wish you guys all the best. I'm thinking that maybe, and if you're interested in this, we'll do it for you. If we want to put a demo together, we'll get it to AC/DC for you. See what happens. I would be, it would be amazing to have one of our own slide into there. It seems like they're auditioning tribute band singers. I think you should put your hat in the ring. I think everybody would agree. So I don't know if that's an aspiration for you, but I think it would be fun to do it and bother the hell out of them on Twitter and on Facebook until they looked at your demo. I'm just saying. I mean, I really, I think you, I mean, the whole band is good, but focusing on you, I think you've pretty much nailed it.
Just the fact that you're even saying that to me and is very flattering, and I really appreciate it. And I think just about anybody would be stupid not to take an opportunity like that and run with it.
Well, let's do it. Let's bug the hell out of them. Why not? What could happen? Cease and desist order, and even that would be amazing. So, well, listen. You have social media, Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff. Go ahead and lay it on us. What do you guys have?
We primarily are on Facebook. We're also on Reverb Nation, but Facebook is TNT AC/DC Tribute AV.
Okay.
Is how you find the page. Or if you just look up my name, Brian Mead Brown, which is, BRIAN MEAD you will find me on Facebook.
All right. Very good, Brian. Anything to add before we cut you loose? I know it's early. We got to get you out of here.
I just want to big a shout out to the guys in my band for all their hard work. Chris Cato, our drummer, Danny Cato, guitarist, Todd Howard, on rhythm guitar, Tony Alrigo on bass, and our Wonderful sound engineer Tim Frazier.
All right, man. Brian, thank you again for coming in, and we'll keep people updated on this. I'm serious about this now. I don't want to let this go by the wayside. We'll get you a demo. Maybe you have one. I don't know. And we'll figure out a way to get it to them, and we'll see what happens. You know what? What could happen? You could be the new... and if they hire you, you can't forget about us now. Don't forget about all your fans in the AV. Don't do that.
I
know you wouldn't.
I would never.
You're
ever,
way too
ever.
You're way too humble for that. I can tell. Well, thank you, man, and good luck with all the upcoming gigs. And if you ever need anything from us, let us know. It's Brian Mead Brown from TNT, our local AC/DC tribute band. You can check them out on Facebook. We're going to link to them as well on our Facebook page, facebook.com/morningbrockon. On the way, your metric F-ton of music guarantee, and also odds and ends coming up on the Quake.
We've all